Yeah, buddy Beaver, we're out scouting again today. Again, I was at this location a week and a half ago with this awesome trusty camera that I have, and it did not work, so the video did not come out. It's really windy today. But right here is some awesome little channel. The Beaver have dug this right out, and this will go through. And on the other side of this, which we'll see in a minute, goes through to a bigger channel, and there are two really big beaver houses over there. But this is a nice channel, definitely worthy of a trap. Setting gill will fit in there really nice up there on that pinch point with a dive pole. Perfect place for a trap. Alright, let's work our way up here. It's really windy today, so hopefully you guys can hear. And I'll try to talk a little bit louder so you can. We've got about 9 days until the beaver trapping season opens. There's a chewed beaver stick right there. There's a lot of chewed up grass and stuff in here that the muskrat are pulling, and they're feeding on that. There's a lot of muskrat in here too, I believe. There's another really good channel right here. It goes through to the bigger channel. That goes right through. That's also a great place for a trap. We'll also have one in there. Let's get up here and see what's going on right around the corner in the mouth of this channel. Yep, this has changed a lot over the years. I remember this right here used to be fairly shallow. You could really see the bottom really well. Had a hard time getting in here when the water was low, but it's pretty good right now. And there's that channel right there that goes through. Nice little pathway. There's another really good channel. This is the one we were just looking at on the other side. It comes right through. Right through there. Perfect spot for a trap. Little pathway up there. There's another channel that goes through out to the back side of where the huts are. Great place for a trap there. A lot of channels in here, a lot of them. There's a nice pathway that they're using right there, really packed down. There's another nice little pathway right there going through the backside into the pond. And so here we have, this is the first beaver house right here. They're absolutely using this. You can see where they're climbing up right there to get on top, to do their patchwork. There's also another trail on this other side. There are trails on the back side of these two that go out into the actual pond. It looks like a little bit of feed bed material right here. There's another pathway right there going up on the house. This is a huge house, really big. There's a pathway right there going through out to the back side. That's also a great place for a trap. You can disguise that really well. I like to hide my traps the best I can. Not only to keep them hidden from other people, but also if before I get into that, here is the other big beaver house is right here. That's all feed bed right there that they are packing. And right here is the pathway where they're going up onto this one to patch that one up for the one with the trail going outside. out to the back side of the pond. But as I was saying about disguising traps, not only to keep them hidden from people, but if you're trapping trap shy beaver or anything like that, if you can keep your poles completely underwater, or even use the set and go with no poles, with a simple dive pole, you're a lot better off. The animals don't know it's there. Here's a better shot of that beaver house right here. It's also a big house. The animals don't know the traps are there. They can't determine that because of 2 poles or a pole that a trap may be on, that it's a trap. There's another good pathway right there. That would be a good place for a trap too. And so your chances of catching trap shy beaver are much better if you don't have poles sticking up out of the water. I mean, I've literally had instances where I've had beaver and otter. When there was a little bit of snow on the ground, you could see where they were swimming down a channel like this, and they got to where the trap was with a pole sticking up, and they exit the water, go around the trap, and go back into the water on the other side of it. So some of these animals know, they know what a trap looks like, they know what a trap set looks like. And so if the better ways that you can disguise them, the better off that you're going to be. There's a pretty good trail right there for something. I don't necessarily know what that's beaver, but it's definitely being used by something. There's another pathway there, another good one going back out into the pond on that side. Another pretty good pathway right there. This camera is absolutely not going to make this season for me. I will be getting a different camera, without a doubt. Nope, there goes something that took off. Maybe a pair of ducks or something, maybe. Pathways here. Yep, there's another beaver house right there. An old one. Doesn't appear to be being, well, it could be. I don't see a lot of fresh sign right here though. There's one more house up here I want to check. I'm not going to go up here real far, but I wanted to show you guys those first 2 on my way into this channel, and there's another one right, and there could possibly be some more beaver up here on this one. It's a little chilly out today with the wind blowing out. There's a couple turtles. Oh, there they go. I think the air temperature is around 51 or 52. The wind blowing, it's a little cool. It's still really warm for beaver trapping to be starting in another week. That looks like a fresh chewed beaver stick up there on the shoreline. Yep, there's some fresh cutting right there. So there are beaver here somewhere. My guess is going to be that they're going to be up in this house up here, or the one that we just went by, that I wasn't sure if they were in or not. There's a nice channel right there. That's worthy of a trap, without a doubt. That's a really good one. Yep, there go a pair of mallards. Oh, there's 4 or 5 more in there. Well, that's where we're going, guys, so sorry. So right in here, in this little cove, in here on the right, there's another beaver hut. And we're in the deepest spot of the channel, which is right here. Which would be the place where the traps would go if they're already in here. And oh, for sure they're in here. Yes, they are. So we have, at the minimum, we have 3 active beaver houses in here. And you probably can't see on the camera, but there's a channel right here that comes out. I'm not really sure how wide it is. I believe that it follows right around the edge and goes out into the channel out that way. There's probably one on the backside too. I don't know if I can get through here. It's pretty shallow if you're not in the channels that they've made. Yeah, I think they dug this out a little bit right here too. Yeah, for sure they have, yep. Yep, for sure. There's beaver in that house too. So we've got 3 active beaver houses right here. This camera is an absolute pile. I'll tell you right now. When I get home tonight, when I'm done today, I am ordering a new camera, without a doubt. This camera's got to go. I don't know if there's a channel that goes, I would say not. No, probably not. I was wondering if there was a channel going underneath that tree to go up through there, but I don't think there is. It does seem to be a little bit deeper here, maybe? Maybe not. Yep, I don't really see any activity up through here, so we're going to back out of here right now. So for sure, there's one channel right there that comes out of that house. Comes out, goes around the edge of the shoreline, goes out into the main channel, out into the main brook. Yep, yeah, without a doubt, packing that. That's a big house too. Yep, we'll be definitely setting the trap back that way, in front of that hut. And then we could, there's a nice pathway right there for muskrat or anything with a little set and go, stake it in. Perfect spot right there. Let's go back this way and see if I can get a better shot of that. Yep, there's a castle mound. Let's go over here for a minute real quick. Show you the castle mound that they made, marking the territory. Yep, perfect. So this is a castle mound that they made. This would be a great place to make a castle mound of your own with your own beaver lure. It would work absolutely awesome right here. The water's really deep behind me. It'd be a great place for a drown slide with a castle mound and a foot trap. So let's come back over here real quick. I just want to show this. So when you're setting beaver traps and you're on shorelines and things like that, you can see that pathway right in there that goes right through there along that shoreline. That is a great place, and there's another one right here as well. Those are great places to have traps for muskrat, mink, anything like that. And the beaver and otter will also run those too. But you're more apt to catch muskrat and mink, and maybe an occasional otter in places like that, if you have the right trap set. Alright, so we're going to paddle back out this way. Hopefully I don't hit any trees. That's a great channel too. Yeah, there's a lot of great places in here to set. You kind of have to pick and choose your better places to set up. I mean, you could set 50 traps in here, but you're going to have places that are going to work a lot better than others. I don't like to use a lot of lure. I'd rather use blind sets with the 330 and and 220 Connie bears. Oh, there's a little baby turtle. Nope, not baby, there's two of them. Well, the set and go in the shallower waters. So beaver trapping starts next Sunday. Today's Friday, October 17th, I think. So 9 days. Out trying to get some locations picked up, and so I know where I'm going to go, what I want to do. It's kind of, I don't know, not really. I'm absolutely going to go trapping when it opens. I mean, you have to, otherwise someone else may get there, or you may not get back to the places you want to go to. But in my opinion, it's too early. It's too early in the season. It's not cold enough. These animals are not prime. It's just, I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather it was a little bit colder. The animals are primed up. But you gotta do it when you can do it, and when the law says that you can. So yep, there's absolutely some critters to be caught here. We'll be setting this up. This is a good pathway going through. Yep, that is a big hut right there. Really big hut right there. Nice one. Trails going out into the pond on the other side. Trails going through that way to the pond on the back side. There's the other big hut right there. Nice pathway going right up through there. That's a good place for a trap too. Nice pathway there too. A lot of them. I can pick them out. Pick them out all day long. Another one right there. That's a really good one. And you come into a place like this and you find all these pathways and runways and travel ways, and you want to set them all. I mean, you really do. But the reality is you can't. I mean, well, you can if you want to put all your gear in one location. But we're not going to do that. We're going to pick what I think are going to be the better runs, the better travel ways that are being used. And we're going to set our traps that way so that we can go to a few other places. I'm going to paddle down this side real quick because I want to see if we go down here a ways, if we got any, well, I know that we do, muskrat trails and pathways that come out through in the grass. Yeah, it's really windy today, really windy. Paddling right into the wind, so that doesn't help. Oh, there's a really big beaver ice thick on the bottom. I didn't see that on the way up through. Pull back here so you guys can see it. A lot of muskrat grass, a lot of rat grass in here. But yep, there it is. Yep, we're gonna leave that there and continue up a little bit more. Yep, a lot of rat grass pulled up in here. Pathway right there, really good one. I like that one. Muskrat float would probably work pretty good in here too. I mean I have a couple that I've made. I'm not a real big fan of them. I don't really care for them. Or I've also got, yeah, it's a nice pathway. It's a really nice one right there. Yep, that will occupy a trap for sure. I also bought some 6 foot by 3/8 fiberglass rod with rat trap clips for bait, and they also hold your trap on there too. There's another good place to put one right there. So I'm hoping to get some of those out. I've got a bunch of traps that I haven't used in years. Smaller traps, number 1 jump traps, number 1 double spring. So I'm hoping to get some of those out and put a lot of those out for rats. We could probably paddle around this whole pond right here and find all kinds of places to put stuff in. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to paddle up there. Yeah, we're not going to paddle up there. But, so, we got this place. This is going to be a good spot. There's at least 3. There's a possibility of a 4th beaver house in here that is active. A lot of trails, a lot of travel ways. We'll be setting coney beers. And beaver trapping is the only thing that's open starting on the 26th. So that's all we can set for is beaver. I mean, obviously you can keep a muskrat or a mink or an otter if you catch one incidentally. But we're not going to be out here after those. We're out here to get beaver. We're going to use only beaver traps. The 330, the extended 220s, and things like that. So, well, I'm gonna try paddling against the wind and get back to the truck. And I'm gonna be making another video on, I've been having issues with raccoons and weasels bothering our chickens. So, we've already caught 2 raccoon and I shot 1 weasel. So I'm going to be making a video on a weasel box that you can set if you have chickens and you have weasels getting into your chicken coop. A weasel box on how to catch those, and we're going to be setting a foot trap for a raccoon to eliminate that problem of them getting into the chicken coop. So that'll be coming up too. I got a bunch of content coming out. I'm going to be making bait for beaver, bait for muskrat. So we're going to be getting this stuff going. It's crunch time. We're running out of time. Need to get stuff ready and get on it. Alright, I'm going to head for the truck. Well, please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Questions or anything, hit me in the comments. Alright, YBB. I'm out. See you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.